Hi, and welcome to the Crit Hit Wild podcast, where we cover all things Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we do a new character every week. This week, we're going to be talking about Spider Ham, and I'm your host, Fred.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Steven.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are the two of you doing? How are you doing today, Stephen?
Painting Mephisto.
Good. Future, a little bit of insight into the future of this podcast. Mephisto is really good, guys. How are you doing today, Brad?
I'm doing good.
I'm glad to hear that. Uh, yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm in Marietta, Ohio for work. So I'm in a hotel right now. So you might hear me reflecting off the walls because I'm not outside. I'm not able to do my usual walk in the woods when I'm doing this record. Uh,
Instead, Fred is pacing in a hotel room. I guarantee.
that is that is correct. I have been walking back and forth as far as I can in this hotel room. Oh boy. Well, let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about today. So there were a lot of releases. We know quite a bit about the upcoming characters now. They is it 8 models that they've released the rules for,
9.
or is it? It's 9. Yeah. So we know 9 models. So for the next 9 weeks, we're going to be talking about new releases, everyone. I'm excited. And there are a lot of Web Warriors coming up that we have quite a bit to discuss. Uh, but before I get too far into that, let's talk about upcoming tournaments. All right, coming up on the 20th of September, there is a tournament at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. This is our local game store. I unfortunately will not be there because I will be attending the Mothman Festival. But Brad will be, and I'm hoping other people will.
Yeah, if
This is
some people don't sign up, I'm gonna have to cancel it. Because right
God
now,
damn it.
I'm the only one.
I'm I'm sorry, Brad.
It's all
I
right, Fred.
it if it weren't Mothman Week, I would join you and we would just play each other. But it is Mothman Week. Um, then coming up on the 27th of September, there is a tournament at Fabricators Forge in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is run by Bryce. This is the Appalachian Cup qualifier for the month, and it is also an excuse me. This is also an LVO qualifying tournament. So the winner will get a invitation to the LVO, or the Las Vegas Open. I keep saying LVO, expecting our listeners to know what that means. And maybe I should stop doing that. Maybe I should give at least a little bit of context. Yeah, the Las Vegas Open is one of the biggest and most prestigious uh, Marvel Crisis Protocol tournaments in the world. Is it the biggest one, or is it just one of the biggest? I
I
think
think
it's
it's I think it's the biggest for a singles competition.
Yeah, yeah. It is a huge deal. Winners of the LVO tend to be the best players in the game. Like Vince Kirchhoff has won once. I'm not 100% who the winners are each year, but they tend to be the big names, the people who are far better than myself. And uh, so, if you want to participate in a tournament alongside the best of the best, you should try and get into LVO. Uh, well, those are the upcoming tournaments, I should say. And let's talk about some of this news. So, I mean, it's a bunch of Web Warriors have come out, like a ton of them, and a lot of them have interactions with slow. Like a lot of them have the ability to give slow or have extra effects. Like Silk gains power when someone who is slow ends movement near her. And or is it when they gain slow near her? I'm not. I need to reread Silk,
It's when they
but
end a movement and they have slow.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's when they end the movement near her and have slow. Uh, I these extra interactions are kind of reminding me of Amazing Spider-Man's leadership. I am a huge proponent of Amazing Spider-Man's leadership. I recognize that it is worse, I think, all around than Miles Morales's, but I will say that it is the closest I've ever come to beating Apocalypse using that leadership. Um, and that's kind of my barometer because Miles Morales has a ton of difficulty beating Apocalypse, like just a real big issue. Uh, and like I kind of want to ask you guys what you think about slow in these new models and how it's kind of working. Like, do you feel as though the meta is shifting to allow Amazing Spider-Man's leadership more?
Well,
Brad,
okay.
throwing it to you.
So they said from the beginning they talked about these characters that they were going to make Spider-Man 2099 and Ultimate Spider-Man Miles work well with Amazing Spider-Man's leadership. And it seems like they did, in fact, attempt to do that. And those weren't the only models. Like you mentioned, Silk has some slow stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else did we get?
The one we're talking about today, Spider-Ham, got slow.
Spider-Ham has
Well, he
slow.
has the ability to give it
Yes.
on
Right.
some
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
attacks.
But that's still, if he gives it out, then he can use the leadership to place the model
That is true. That is very
instead
true.
of spinning it to give out slow. Um, I
Yeah.
forget, is Iceman affiliated?
No,
No,
he is
he is not.
not, but I
Okay.
imagine he would be a very good
Yeah.
splash.
So one thing you
I
can
mean,
do with him is his trigger is at the same time as Silk's, and Silk's gonna get her own episode. We actually have a special guest lined up for that episode already, and so Iceman's trigger is at the same timing to give out slow. So you can give the model if they stop within 2 of Iceman and within, is it also 2 of Silk?
I think it's three of silk.
3 of
yeah, I
Silk?
think it's three.
Okay. 2 of Iceman, 3 of Silk. You can give them slow with Iceman and then trigger Silk.
Which is great.
Yeah. Uh yeah, there are
Spider Noir
so
gives out slow also. Just popping him in there.
there are so many ways to give out slow now that all webbed up might be a problem.
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
gonna.
all webbed up already gives slow to people within three. I mean, it was always
That's
gonna. You
not
mean just
that's not the problem. Now you can give everyone on one side of the field slow with the card, and then the other side of the field can give all those characters slow so that they can hit them for more dice.
uh-huh.
You
I
can't.
mean, all webbed up was always great. And when I was playing Amazing Spider-Man and playing against you, your team was slow the entire game, right?
Yeah.
Like it was just having the ability to just toss it out. You slow everyone. I think that what this does, what this sort of meta shift does, it makes Amazing Spider-Man's leadership read instead of give slow, it's place model within one. Like that's what's going to change is that's going to be
Yes.
triggered way more frequently,
Yeah.
and that place within one can be really strong when used in the right places. Like it turns it into a secure based objective game for web warriors who are already like they excel at extract game. You know, they've got so many ways to steal the extract. I guess your biggest way of stealing is Miles Morales, which in theory you're not playing in
I
this
mean, you
sort
could
of
play him.
you still you can't play him and
You can't
four
play
threat
him
miles.
and ultimate. No,
Yeah,
you can't do that.
right. Uh, but you can the what will happen is you'll be able to steal and then place someone off of their secure. So suddenly someone who was scoring 2 victory points scores 0, and you've done a 2 point swing in the last activation of a round. That's huge. That's a tremendous swing. Uh, which actually would be a 4 point swing because you would get the 2 points. So yeah, I think that the change is it's opening up Amazing Spider-Man's leadership so much more for the way the game plays. I'm excited for this.
And then there are benefits to slow itself. Like it doesn't get a lot of attention because it's one of the weaker of the conditions, but it still does stuff. It still
Absolutely.
keeps long movers from moving across the field. I mean, Brandon's not here this week, but one of his favorite tactics is to just rotate his models from secure to secure, and slow hurts that a lot.
Hmm. Definitely. I mean, do you know who hates slow? Apocalypse. And it's surprising to say that, but he's a medium mover,
He
and
is.
changing him to a slow mover really slows him down.
Yeah. He doesn't like to move at all. So if you can displace him and
Well,
slow him
yeah.
down, it's real bad cuz if he does have to move, he doesn't want to take more than one.
Yep. It's tough to displace him. He's a size 4, especially for web warriors.
Not with the leadership.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think about this? Like, what do you think about how this is changing the Web Warriors meta?
Well, I think people have to be aware of Amazing Spider-Man. I don't think that anybody's going to go out there and just start running him exclusively to Miles. Um, but it is now a viable game plan where you saw Miles played. I'm going to take a guess. I don't know the numbers, folks, so please don't harangue me about that. But I would say Miles has played like 95% of the time for Webs. And
I think that's
Amazing's
correct.
I think
It's
Amazing's
probably
played
more
five,
than that if we're being honest,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but I'm doing a rounding error, I guess.
yeah.
But I can see that I can see those percentages go maybe 75-25, just depending on the matchup. And you don't have to
I
go
think
up.
I mean, people are going to want to play 4 threat Miles. 4 threat Miles is good. I think he's very good. I mean, we haven't done him yet. We haven't covered him on the podcast, but
I
I
mean,
think he's quite good.
maybe too good. Listen to our future podcast.
uh, but uh, uh, you basically can't play Miles Morales' leadership with him in your party. So that
Now
leaves
with
only
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that leaves only 2 options because there's a new leadership option to choose from. But
Well, kinda.
kinda. Yeah, that's it's an interesting place that we're going to be entering because people are going to be playing him under Amazing Spider-Man most of the time. I believe.
We so that's something that isn't going to show up in a character. With the character is that new kind of leadership. Um,
Should we just talk about it right now?
yeah,
We're kind of dancing
that's what
around
I
the
was trying
subject.
to say. Is we should go ahead and talk about
Okay.
that.
Do you remember what it
It's
is
called
called so
Web
I
of
can
the
find it
Spider
easily?
Verse.
Web of the Spider-Verse. Okay, it's down at the bottom. It was going to take me a while to find it. All right. Web of the Spider-Verse. Uh, it is a Web Warriors reactive tactics card. After deployment, an allied Web Warriors character may play this card. When this card is played, set it near the battlefield instead of discarding it. While your squad does not have an active leadership ability, allied Web Warriors characters gain the Into the Spider-Verse superpower. Into the Spider-Verse, it is an innate superpower. When this character attacks, defends, or dodges, after the effect is resolved, if the roll contained one or more skull results, this character may place itself within range 1 of its current position. That is it. So basically, everyone on your team gets the ability to do a range 1 hop every time they roll a skull.
There are two
I
ways
need
I
to.
think.
Go ahead.
I need to say something right now.
Okay.
Welcome back, Venom.
Mm,
Oh, yeah, this is a Venom mobility effect. You're right.
there's two
Okay.
ways to play this card, just so that everyone understands. You can choose not to use one of your other leaderships and play the card, and this is effectively your leadership, which is kind of what Fred was talking about. That this is kind of a leadership. The other
You're
way
right.
to play it is to play it at the beginning of the game, even though you have a leader. It does nothing until your leader KOs, and then suddenly you get a second leadership.
Hey, I didn't even realize that was an option, but it is an option.
It is.
I
You
didn't
can
even
play
think
it.
about
It
that.
just doesn't do anything until you lose your leader, which is
Okay.
really cool. I think this card's going to be played a lot because
I,
of
I,
that.
I I think I don't know because it does take a tactics slot, and there are a
It
lot of tactics
does.
cards in Web Warriors. But
It'll be
it
fine.
is that is I mean you are correct. Miles Morales does tend to die, and uh it would be nice to know that I have a backup leadership if he dies.
Yeah.
So
It also incentivizes killing Miles because you're not fully getting rid of a leadership. I mean, you are getting rid of a better one, but
yeah. Let's talk about this leadership. Um, so every time you roll a skull on defense rolls, attack rolls, dodge rolls, I guess those are the three. So it doesn't happen if you're rolling on a pay to flip or something like that, or anytime you're interacting with an objective. But when you roll a skull, you get to place yourself within range 1 of your current location. And this is not restricted to once per turn. So that means if you get a skull on 2 consecutive defense rolls, you can hop twice. I mean, how often is it going to happen that you're just in range of somebody and you roll 1 skull in your defense roll, so you just hop backwards and
yeah,
you're suddenly out of range? That's fantastic. That's outstanding.
Or you're Venom and you hop forward and you're in range of 3 to strike back.
yeah,
Yeah, you're right. That like Venom gets to hop forward, and even if they were at range 4, he's suddenly in range to punch back. That is a great use for Venom. Uh, yeah, I really like. I like the idea of this. You do have to fail. Like it has to be a fail dice for
it's
this to be triggered.
it's like you are um
Scarlet Witch.
oh, I don't know how I try to say this. It's like not that you're being rewarded for failure, but like failure
It
isn't as
doesn't.
So you at
bad.
least get something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
failure isn't as bad. You get something out of it. Scarlet Witch
uh-huh.
gets a lot out of it.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch loves this card, but she's not a Web Warrior. If you're playing
No,
Scarlet Witch in Web Warriors, it's a weird list you're running.
yeah, you have to be a web warrior to utilize that bounce.
That's
Uh
true. The Web Warrior, you have to be affiliated with Web Warrior. Like, you have to be a model that is a Web Warrior
oh yeah,
to
you
get
do.
this effect.
You do.
So Scarlet Witch cannot have this.
Aw, sad.
Yeah, otherwise they would be taking like other models that would be busted broken with it. Like, oh, I don't know, Dracula. So
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't want
Ugh.
Dracula to have it. That's a good point.
Yeah, screw that.
He already has Bump.
Well, when he runs with Blade, yeah, or Convocation, I guess.
The convocation thing's weird. Okay.
Yeah, but
But
yeah, that's what do you? I guess I'm a fan of this card, but I think it is the worst leadership in the affiliation. That's what I will say. I like it. It's the worst one.
well,
Do you? What do you guys think? What do you think about it, Steven?
I think you have to look at your matchup and decide if you are going to benefit from it or not, depending. Um, there are there are character who's are leaders out there who just prey on this stuff. Honestly, like the condition game and the place game. So you have to be ultra aware of that. The only reason I say this is because I run those affiliations. So for the condition game, uh, it happens to be either Hydra or um, Doc Ock Sinister Scientist. Um, now, I know I'm not talking about the card leadership so much.
You're talking about Amazing Spider-Man's leadership in this
Right,
regard.
exactly, with the slow, because Doc Ock can shed it, and then Hydra people can give it back to spiders, which spiders will not like it. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
the other thing in regards to the card that's a leadership, if you do run into a trap house spider foes, you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Oh, every time you place, you're gonna trigger their tricks and traps.
Correct. Yep.
I see.
So Mysterio, Electro, Goblin will have a heyday with that.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
So you have to be ultra aware of the matchups that you're going to go into and try to figure out how best to approach it. And, you know, honestly, that's why I like the game is because there are some leaderships that are just like hard counters to like some of the best things. I tend to like running those leaderships. They're kind of like the silver bullet, such as Spider Foes and Hydra, Baron Strucker Hydra specifically. So,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay. Like you like being having the answer to the question that is posed.
correct, yeah. And then trying to figure out every other thing along the way. So
Okay. What do you feel about this? I mean, I guess you answered it. You said you have to know what you're up against if you're going to take the card leadership here that we're talking about. The
right.
web of the Spider Verse, I should call it what it is.
Well,
Uh, Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, if you're going into a beatdown list, like say Asgard or Shadowlands, it might be worth taking it so you get some separation between you and those people that are really, really mean like that. So,
Yeah.
Or that's also a good time to take it in addition to your other leadership. Because if they're looking to
Yeah.
kill
When
you,
you're
yeah, they may
when
kill your
Miles dies.
leader. Yeah.
Yeah. Brad, what do you think about this card? What do you think about the web of the Spider
I,
Verse?
I like it. I like that you can have a leadership when you die or a leadership that can't go away. They can't kill the character who played this card to get rid of the card.
Right.
It
Everyone
just
on your team gains it.
everyone on your team gains it and the card just kind of sits there not being discarded. So it's not attached to anyone or anything. When I first read it, I didn't even think about the possibility of playing it. So when your leader dies, that's something that was pointed out to me later. But I did immediately think of it as a leadership that can't go away. And I thought that was cool enough as is. I would
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
see more affiliations get cards like this.
Non-character specific leaderships.
Yeah. Or backup
It's interesting.
leaderships. Or it'd be cool if they printed a model um, where it had a superpower where after your leader dies, you activate the superpower and get a new leadership. That would be something that's cool. Like
There's a tactics card in Hydra. I think it's
yes,
two
yeah,
more shall rise or something.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's very themey. So something I just thought of that's themed like I am saying is the leader of the Avengers is often called the chairman. And so the ability you could have a character that comes out and maybe it's like a new wasp and she has vice chairman, and vice chairman kicks in when the Avengers leader gets KO'd, and then you get a new leadership.
I mean, that's a cool idea. I like that idea a lot.
That would be great. I would love that.
Yeah. Before we move on, I do want to, Steven, you brought
Yes.
up, um, what's his face? Doc Ock. You brought
Of
up Doc
course.
Ock, Sinister Scientist. Well, what's his face over there? Uh, do you think that he's going to get more play now that, Amazing Spider-Man's leadership is probably going to go up in stock?
Well, I would say that it wouldn't surprise me if people included him in lists. Um, like right now, I don't include him in my Spider-Foes list, but there
I
might be a day.
consider that to be insane, but that's fair. Okay, you're doing much better with Spider Foes than I am, so I can't really than I ever did, so I can't really complain.
It's all about the Goblin, man. It's all about the Goblin. Anyway, so um, I know that a lot of uh, Criminal Syndicate Kingpin players will be happy about that because they're already playing Doc Ock. Because when Kingpin gets trapped on a pay to flip, they will switch to Doc Ock leadership because a lot of the foes cross over. So,
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of crossover in in those two rosters.
so I could see him being being a foil, but I mean, people are going to play what they want to play, and obviously, Spider Foes is the acquired taste. Not everybody likes it, but a lot of people are seeing the value in it now that these Web Warriors got a huge kick up. Although I will, um, you know, prognosticate that I think the best character in these boxes was actually not a Web Warrior.
Do you think it was the Prowler? Is
I
that who
think
you're thinking?
I think Prowler is
I am with you, bud. Like I am so he almost makes me want to go back to Spider Foes so much. We will talk about him in the near future. But I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to
yeah
Prowler.
yeah we'll talk about him at great length, trust me. But there's one thing that he brings to Spider Foes and Goblin especially, and that's something that Spider Foes have never had on one of their characters, and that's Pierce. A Pierce under Goblin is so dangerous.
Uh-huh.
That's why my splash models all have Pierce. Be, because you can effectively um, take out somebody's defense dice totally.
Yeah, it's rare that I mean, it happens quite often, but like, if you lose two defense dice, okay, we're talking about a character we're not supposed to be talking about today.
Oh, I understand.
I, I,
I'm just setting it up for when
yeah,
we get to it. So
I fully agree. Fully agree. Okay, let us. I feel like we've kind of gone off on a tangent here, but it's good. It was a very good tangent. Uh, let's. You know what we haven't done yet? We haven't talked about the games we've played recently.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that is the thing we do on this show.
that's the thing that we should do. I have two games to discuss. Brad, do you have any games to talk about?
You have two?
Yeah, I
I
played you, bud. I played you and Borka.
I I
He's got
I
a
think I only have one.
he's
Okay,
got a
okay.
he's got a
Oh
side
yeah,
game
you
buddy
did
now.
play two games. That
I
is how
did.
that worked out. Okay.
Do you have any games to talk about, Steven?
No, since I was traveling up to Ohio and back, I did not get the opportunity, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, Brad, do you want to go first?
I can. Uh
Okay.
so I play oh my god. I don't remember what happened. I played Fred. I played the Xavier Captain Marvel list, and it was fun. Fred kept me from transforming Captain Marvel in turn one, which was sad. And then
I did I not give her a target? Is that what happened? Like I
no,
did
I
I
only you didn't attack. You attacked. I don't even know if you did this on purpose. You attacked Professor Xavier instead of Shadowcat, and
and that
you
prevented
could
you
not have
from
attacked Shadowcat now that I'm thinking about it because she has stealth. And so I couldn't spend a power to reroll Shadowcat's defense die to give Captain Marvel the last power she needed.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is
This is Shuri
partially my
on the
fault.
left.
Yes. This is partially my
uh
fault.
okay.
So,
Well, you didn't get to do your trick, your
not
round
turn
one
one.
Captain Marvel.
Now, Captain Marvel transformed every other turn of the game and absolutely rocked that side of the board. Kinda.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, she did.
She
You're
did.
right.
She did get.
And
No, I kept you from usurping, right?
you're correct. You did keep me from
I kept
usurping.
you
I
from
failed my
usurping. I
usurp.
remember how this worked because you attacked her, did some damage, um, spent the rest of
I
your
got enough to
power.
pay for usurp the throne. Yeah.
Uh huh. You attacked her again. Some damage was going to go through. I don't remember how much, a couple, two or three. And I played Xavier's Dream to reduce it to zero, which gave you zero power, so you couldn't Wakanda Forever to finish her off.
And that's 100% what I would have done. I would have
Yep.
Wakanda forevered and finished her off. And you were able to prevent me from usurping, which hurts.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do to Fred. Um, anyway, she won that side of the board pretty well. I still didn't take out Killmonger completely. He was alive at the end of the game.
He was
Uh,
alive at the end of the game.
so the other side is where things went terrible. So
Yeah.
Magic
I
days
had
before she could do anything. Um, he had Shang-Chi and Black Panther fighting Magic, sort of, Shadowcat, and Professor X. It was not a great matchup for my peeps. They were
yeah,
very outmatched.
I was playing under original Black Panthers leadership, and I did not bring M'Baku in this list. What I brought was um, Shang-Chi, Killmonger, Shuri, and Okoye. Did I even bring Okoye? I don't remember.
Yeah, I killed
I think I
Okoye.
did. I think I did. Yeah, yeah, I did bring Okoye, and I I gotta say, like Black Panther's leadership still rules. It's a really good leadership. Black Panther, Shuri, and um, Shang-Chi make an absolutely rockin' trio. They have so much support for each other, and they on that side of the map, which is the side that contained Xavier, Shadowcat, and Magic. I completely won. Like big win. I guess I technically had one threat more on that side than you did. So
I
in
had
theory,
I had
I
Xavier. You had 5 threat more than I did.
yeah, I think that what you just said is the crux of the problem of the roster, and that is Xavier. Not that Xavier is terrible. I just don't think he's super amazing.
The next
He's
couple times I play, I'm going to be playing Apocalypse because I need to get my reps back in before we go to that LVO qualifier.
Mhm.
And then after that, I'm not going to be playing Cyclops with. Who was I playing with Cyclops? That was.
Black
Oh,
King
yeah.
Black Bolt,
I'm
King
not going to be
Boltagon.
playing. I'm not going to be playing Mr. Boltagon with Cyclops, and I'm not going to be playing Cosmic Carol with Professor X. I'm going to be playing.
Xavier.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing something different,
Interesting. Okay.
and I
Okay.
don't think anyone will guess.
It's got something to do with mutants. That's my guess.
For fun games, it absolutely does not have to.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
He-
All right.
He's running Spider Foes.
I could be. I could be.
He might be. Uh, I have a second game. Oh, I win this game, by the way.
Oh
Like
yeah.
and it's
If that
close.
if that
Like
wasn't clear,
yeah.
If
It was close.
it
Like
was.
I think that it could have swung in your way had like the dice not been as in my favor as they seem to have been. But they I did win this game. I then played Borka. Borka's playing a Shadowlands Daredevil list, and he starts with the same 14 threat in every roster. And that 14 threat is Shadowlands Daredevil, Mephisto, and Loki Prince of Lies. This is gonna start becoming a problem for the meta, I think. So, Borka recently really cut his teeth on a Red Skull Master of the World roster, where it was like maximum murder is kind of how he was approaching everything, and he was very effective at it. It really, uh, uh, I think at one point he was the third or fourth best Cabal player in the world. I think statistically, and he was having a great deal of fun with it, but he moved away from it and has been playing other affiliations. And now he's playing this, and somehow it's even more killy than Red Skull Master of the World. Uh, um, Mephisto is insanely mobile in this roster. Loki can move him around. Mephisto moves around using his "Let's Make a Deal" power. I forget what it's called, but it's the one where he can place himself and then do the mystic soul stealing
That
attack.
might be what it's called.
Uh,
I don't remember.
it might be "Let's Make a
no,
Deal."
no, it's called How May I Be of Service?
How may I be of service? Yeah. Uh, and then he's doing a fantastic job of like lining up a devastating beam and hitting two or three models and just eradicating them with 10 dice attacks with rerolls. Shadowlands Daredevil's leadership is every time they attack, if your opponent is either contesting an objective or holding an extract, you can re-roll a dice, including a skull. So it unlocks skulls. It unlocks. Oh, I guess it doesn't unlock them. It's only that re-roll can unlock a skull, but it's still you can re-roll a skull if you need to. Loki, Prince of Lies, has so many uh, interactions that harm you. Like if you roll skulls near him, you're gonna die. And I gotta say, this list is killy as hell. And the first time I played against him, I was thoroughly defeated. And this time I was even more thoroughly defeated. Like, it is an incredibly effective roster. And I'm sure we're going to see it everywhere in the near future.
I
It's
went up against
Mephisto.
I went up
Oh, go ahead.
against this type of list at Akron Brew Roll. Well, Johnny Blasto was playing it.
Was it this with Mephisto and Shadowlands?
Yep, and then his 3-pointer was Winter Soldier, which I think was the incorrect call.
What would you have put in?
Uh, there are a ton of threes that you could have put in that would have performed much better on the kill game. Like,
I mean,
personally,
in Criminal Syndicate, though, Criminal Syndicate doesn't have a huge number of like great threes. I mean, yeah, you could flash anything.
Craven the Hunter, up those dice.
I mean, yeah, Craven is a great choice. I'm never going to say no to Craven the Hunter.
That's where I would start.
Yeah.
Hood is also a good one. Mysterio is great, especially with Loki.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
definitely.
of the card.
You're right.
Because of the card, and that, you can obviously dump tax into Mysterio, where true on the trigger they get to spend power to do his one defenses, but still, I mean, they're spending power, you know what I mean? That
Yeah,
you
yeah.
obviously gave them because you're murdering them. So
Yeah,
and Loki can help Mysterio get around.
that is true. He can just move him around. Yeah, I got to say, this list rules. This is an amazingly effective list.
The worst
and
part
I
about
was
this
having
list, the absolute worst part, is there's no reason why you don't take Kingpin in this roster and just switch to him when it's better.
oh, ugh, disgusting.
It's
hate it.
awful.
I hate it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, though that I lose this game thoroughly. Do either of you have any other games you want to talk about?
No, but I would like to make a suggestion for you, Fred, on your gameplay with Killmonger.
Sure.
I noticed in our game, and it sounds like in the games that you have been espousing on the cast here, is that you tend to go for that usurp the throne.
I definitely do.
Really, really early. And I think it's better when you hold it back. Because
I don't always score it in the first 2 rounds. When I if I never in the first round, it's impossible. But like in the second round, if I can do it, I'm 100% going to do it. But I go ahead and make your point.
well, what I'm saying is, like, you had Carol to deal with Brad, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I would suggest is that you use your characters to gang up on her and take her off the board, thus leaving somebody who's a 4 threat or a 3 threat on the board to then usurp the throne on.
Okay, yeah. Someone who's an easier nut to crack.
In our
Correct,
particular game, it was Carol and Wong versus Okoye and Killmonger on that side. Those are the only people on that side.
It was kind of like lined up for that kind of a showdown.
But that's how I used to run Killmonger when I was playing Usurp the Throne. Of course, I wasn't playing Wakanda, to be honest. But if I saw that they had a higher threat model, I would do the gang up, and then I would come in and do the finish the job on somebody else who was lower threat.
Yeah, usurp a 4 threat or a 3 threat.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, that is a good tactic, and I don't second guess it. I usually am able to succeed hitting above my weight class in Wakanda. Having Wakanda Forever just unlocks Killmonger in a way. Like Killmonger can daze most models in the game on a full activation turn. If he's got enough power to do everything he wants to do, he can probably KO most models in the game. Not 100%, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, I really salivate if I see somebody's got a 4 or 3 threat and I have Killmonger left and I'm at 14 points.
Well,
And
yeah, it is always nice to win outside of a cleanup phase. That is fun to do.
so, anyway, just a small suggestion, sir.
Yep, yeah, fair, and I will take it to heart. Okay. Is there anything else that we should talk about before we talk about the person we are here to cover today? I don't believe that there is. So let's move on to uh Spider Ham. Where the heck are you, Spider Ham? It's almost like these are in alphabetical order. Okay. Spider Ham,
It's almost
otherwise
like there's
known
a
as
search bar at the top that you can type in the name of the character you want.
yeah, that takes. I'm just swiping around. I found him. I found him. I'm on him right now. Spider Ham, also known as Peter Porker. His defensive stats are 2, 2, and 2. He has 3 health on both sides of his card. He is a threat value of 2. He is a size of 1. And he is a movement speed of medium. Hey, Brad, why don't you do his attacks?
Fred, are you sure that he's threat value 2? They don't make 2 threats anymore.
He is a threat value 2.
That doesn't sound right. Okay, his first physical attack is called Porker Hijinks. It's range 2, 4 dice, cost 0. Gain a power. Wild Slow after the attack is resolved. Crit Stun after the attack is resolved. Block, hit, elusive. So after attack is resolved, this character may advance short, any direction. Crit, hit, push. After this attack is resolved, push the defender short. There is no size restriction.
It just is a crazy trigger. You have to
It
get
is a crazy
3
trigger.
Yeah, yeah.
He has a physical attack. Here's Pie in Your Eye. Range 4, 4 dice, cost 0. Wild Shock after the attack is resolved. And his final attack is physical. Who's You Callin' a Cartoon? Range 2, 6 dice, cost 4. It has a special rule called Outrageously Oversized Cartoon Hammer. After this attack is resolved, if the defender has the shock and stun special conditions, it gains the stagger special condition.
Okay, Steven, why don't you finish off the card?
Sure. We have 1 active superpower and then 3 innates. Starting with the active, we have Web Yoink. It will cost you 2 power. Choose an enemy character within 4 and roll a die. On a crit, wild, or hit result, if the chosen character is size 3 or less, push it towards this character short. On any other result, push this character towards the chosen character short. This superpower can be only used once per turn. Innate Animation Domination. When this character would suffer 1 or more damage, it reduces the amount of damage suffered by 1 to a minimum of 1. Next, Innate Spider Nonsense. When this character is defending against a physical or energy attack or making a dodge roll, it may re-roll up to 2 of its defense or dodge dice. Additionally, when this character suffers damage, after the effect is resolved, it drops any objective tokens it is holding. Last but not least, our last innate is Wallcrawler.
Okay, that is our Spider Ham. It is our most recent 2 threat, the first one in quite a while.
Hey,
What are
Fred,
your initial?
Fred, I got something. I got something.
What what do you have? Your one thing is you're echoing quite badly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, do you know why Spider Ham has Wallcrawler?
He's got spider powers.
Because pigs can't fly.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, fair. Okay.
Actually,
What are your
Fred,
thoughts on?
just a minor correction before we move on. Um,
Okay.
Spider Ham does not have spider powers.
Oh, he's a spider that has ham powers.
He's a spider that has pig powers.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, okay.
wanted to make sure we had that correction for the listeners. Okay, now you can ask us for our opinion on the character.
Well, Steven, what are your thoughts here? Just talking about Spider Ham.
This is trouble in a very small package.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah.
no, I mean he's going to. I'm sorry, but he's going to replace every two in the game. I mean, what's
Disagree.
not to
I
like? He can he can with his web yoink, either he's pulling somebody off the point or he's going on to the point. That's all there is to it. So
I I I don't disagree. I think that he's an incredible two threat. Uh, uh, he's got so many things. So he does drop anything if he takes damage. Like if he's holding an extract, he will drop it if he takes any damage, and that could just be any effect. Does this guy? Does he just?
he doesn't
Uh, if
he
he's
doesn't
holding a cube, does he just drop the cube every turn? Is it just like hot
Yes.
potato and he just drops the
Yeah.
cube?
He will
I think
drop a
I think
cube
he does.
every time.
It, which is unfortunate. But I mean, it's still, I think he is still absolutely worth taking. He has a lot of backfield potential because he's size one. I think that may be one of his biggest benefits. You could put him behind a car and he can see everyone and no one can see him. So he can shoot range four pies at people, maybe toss out shock, and no one can reprise against him. Like, that's amazing. Anyone who's played against Rocket Raccoon knows how amazing that is. He can also reduce damage. He just reduces damage. That's so effective. I really love that. Even with someone as small a health pool as he has, it's gonna his survivability goes up substantially. Brad, what are your thoughts here on Spider Ham?
It feels like there's been a lot of models in this game that are pretty good at extracts. Miles is one of them. And they've toyed around with models that are good at secures. I mean, Kingpin's the king of it, but individual models like the back of Goblin and the back of Wolverine come to mind, where they can go stand by a point, but they can't do anything else. Oh, and kill stuff, obviously. And that felt like a bad way to do it. This model feels better with that. Like, he is definitely going to focus on the secures. Web Yoink and his drop thing make it that way. His weird amount of survivability, because it doesn't seem at first like he should. 2's across the board, 3 health. But then he gets to re-roll both of those dice and takes 1 less damage. So there's some survivability there. That it just seems like that's what he's going to be doing. Plus, random pushes on Porker hijinks. Not that you
Yeah,
should rely on that at all.
I mean it'll happen. Porker hijinks is one of those weird attacks where um, you can't count on anything, but he will sometimes create something you didn't expect.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I do not think that he comes anywhere close to replacing most two threats. Um, I think in Web Warriors he is going to be the 2 threat of choice. At least for a while after he comes out. There's still not he's still not a slam dunk even in his own faction because Toad
Toad.
and Black Widow both do interesting things. Even Okoye can do interesting things in Web Warriors.
I
Spider
think
Ham is affiliated, which is a bonus, but
I think to Steven's point. Well, I wanna stick up here for Spider Ham. Uh, I think he will definitely be splashed. I think he is gonna be splashed. I don't know if he's gonna replace twos elsewhere. Like he's never replacing Nebula, but
well, no,
he because it's a different thing that you're
yeah,
doing. But he is definitely going to see a lot of play in places you didn't expect because he can be that back point sitter. Like how many times are you playing on a D and you just have to set one of your 4 threats back on the back point because you don't have anyone else to set there. I mean, you just bring a 2 threat and set him there, and he's doing exactly all he needs to do is just hang out, throw pies at people, hide behind a dumpster, and no one can do anything about him, and he's scoring you points. I think like just his I almost think that the fact that he's size 1 is his biggest benefit. Is
Don't
the
forget
best
that.
thing on his card.
Don't forget that range 4 attack because that can replace bullseye in a heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a range 4 attack.
no, you're not replacing a bullseye. Uh,
Bullseye's range 3 now.
yeah, and auto does damage. He's so good at finishing off a model. Uh, here's the thing. If I want someone to sit on a back point behind a dumpster and score me points, I'd
You're gonna
much
take
I'd
Rocket
much
Raccoon.
rather have Rocket Raccoon with his range 5 energy attack, the new best type of attack in the game.
I can't compete with that. Like, I can't disagree. You're not wrong,
And
but I
Rocket's
still love everything on the
immune
top.
to be stuff being thrown at him.
True. Do you know what Rocket's not immune to? Punch to the face.
Neither
And
is Spider
Ham,
Ham.
he's got a better defense against it. I would say a much better defense against it.
Yeah, it is better.
It's a lot
Reduce,
better.
reroll. Reduce, reroll.
Okay. There is also a tactics card associated with Spider Ham. And if you don't mind holding on for a second, let me pull that up. It is called Caught in a Ham. Oh man, there's a lot of words here. Okay. It is an unaffiliated active tactics card. During Spider Ham's activation, he may spend 2 power to play this card. For each enemy character within range 3 of Spider Ham, when this card is played, roll 1 die and resolve the corresponding effect below. Completely resolve each effect in the order of your choosing before moving on to the next. The first one is Porker Popper. If the result is a wild, the enemy character gains the shock special condition. Is that a cartoon pig? If the result is a crit, the enemy character gains the stun special condition. Slopped up. If the result is a shield, the enemy character gains the slow special condition. Corny joke. If the result is a hit, the enemy character loses 1 power. Oh no! If the result is a skull, the opposing player places Spider Ham within range 2 of his current position. So there is a negative effect on this for Spider Ham. But, I mean, these just happen. Aside from the negative effect, every single one of these is a debuff, is a condition, or something else that you are doing to enemies around him. So if he finds himself in the heart of the fight, before he inevitably dies, he is going to cause a lot of trouble doing his hammy stuff. I actually think this is a pretty solid card. Although I think it's much more likely that Spider Ham will just sit in the back and never be surrounded by enemies. Like maybe if he were to take this card, he might use it against one person. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about this, Brad?
I like that this is a cool, different take on those cards where all of your people get a bonus, like the Guardians card. You roll a die and see
Yeah.
what happens. I like that this is a
Lovable
different take,
misfits.
maybe. Uh, However, I think there's much better cards, and you end up never taking this card.
I think you're probably right. I think you're probably right. Steven, what do you think about this card?
Um, this is very kitchen table.
Yeah.
That's that. This is very very fun when it happens. So
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, I think that this is just the kind of card that it's fun, and it'll just never have enough effect to take up a tactics card slot.
now there is one scenario where I would say you do take this.
What is that?
I would say you take it when you are playing on separation anxiety, when you'll have a lot of people in the middle.
Okay, in that very specific game
Yeah.
type.
I mean, it's just wanky enough, and it'll affect enough people that it'll just be like very very annoying and fun at the same time.
And he could have a crazy I don't know what they all do, but he could have a crazy symbiote. Who knows what effect it'll have?
Mm-hmm. I'm
Yeah, I
just
mean,
saying it's a fun card.
yeah, it's a fun card. I don't know if and it could really backfire. You could be thrown right out in the open to die if you roll a skull. So I do think this is probably not a card you play competitively. Still pretty fun though. Still a fun one. Getting caught in the ham.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Go ahead.
No. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. We need to give a letter grade to Spider Ham. All right. So Spider Ham is fun. He's funny. He's a two threat model. Do you know one thing he doesn't have? Aside from the web yoink, maybe pulling him, he doesn't have the ability to move. I guess he has an elusive trigger. It's really hard to get. You have to roll shield hit on a 4 dice attack. So he really does not have a lot of movement shenanigans for a web warrior. Um, I am a fan of this. I think he's going to be a fantastic back point sitter. Maybe one of the better ones, maybe one of the best ones. Uh, I think that is his role, but that's a good role. That's an important role. I'm going to give Spider Ham an A minus. I'm going to give him an A minus. Brad, what do you think about Spider Ham?
I think that the designers did a really good job designing a cartoon. He feels like a cartoon character. Um, Now, as for playing him in the game, B plus.
Okay. And Steven, what do you think here?
I'm with Brad. I'm at a B plus. I mean, my comment aside, and I know Brad's reservations of me saying that, but I think he's in the top tier of twos.
I do think he's a good two. He's a very good two. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is our take on Spider Ham. Uh, Brad, do you have any comic books that feature Peter Porker?
I do. In fact, he is often the star of his own stories. He was also in the big Spider Verse crossover thing. I'm not recommending that, even though it is good. I'm recommending two series that are just about him. The first one is Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider Ham from 1985. Creative team on this is we've got Steve Skeets, Steve Meller, Mark Armstrong, Joe Albello, and Mike Carlin. And this is Spider-Ham's first solo series. And it's very much just a vehicle to make gags. So there's a story every issue, pretty self-contained, but there isn't much of an overarching storyline. And pretty much every issue, they're introducing other characters that live in his world, which are all just jokes. So one of them is Croctor Strange, the master of misfit arts. Misfit arts instead of mystic.
Is this
He
is
is.
this a crocodile Doctor Strange?
It sure is. That's exactly what it is. On his card, on the Spider-Ham card, you can kind of see the art in the background. And I noticed that it was Craneven, the hunter.
Is he a bird?
He is a bird.
Oh wait, it gets better.
There's actually, over the years, been multiple versions of some of these characters. So there's also a version of Craven the Hunter that is a lion. You know, like he wears the lion face thing. He just, has a lion face. It's the same lion face.
Okay.
And there are all sorts of them. So if you like jokes like that, this 1985 series is definitely for you. And it's pretty long. It went on for quite a while.
May I name my favorite one out of these?
Absolutely.
Moose Stereo.
Oh, God.
Yes. Yeah, he still has the Mysterio helmet, but he has moose antlers sticking out of it.
Is the dome broken to make room for him, or are they just stuck to the sides of it?
I think I think it's broken. But
I mean, that's just great.
yeah. There are two different Mary Janes. There's Mary Jane Water Buffalo instead of Watson. And then there is, what's the other one's name?
That one was pretty tortured.
Yeah. I don't remember what the other Mary Jane is. But
my second favorite one is go. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they make a pun with the Mary Jane part, but I don't remember what it was. Go ahead, Steven.
My second favorite one, Kingpin, is King Pig.
Okay, King Pig.
Because
boy,
I know Fred's gonna have to read this whole series now.
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
This is fun. This sounds really fun.
Okay, and then the other series I want to recommend is actually better. It's Spider-Ham from 2019. This is by Zeb Wells and Will Robson. And Zeb Wells is actually very good at telling a good, compelling story while making jokes. So Peter Porker's right up his alley. One of his more famous Marvel works is Howard the Duck series. And he also did Hellions during the Krakoa era. Fred, do you remember you read a little bit of Hellions?
Yes, I did. I do remember in when it's Doctor Strange leading a bunch of people
Doctor Strange
through
Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Sinister, that's who I was looking for. Hey, they both have capes. And Mr. Sinister's cape gets lost in this one.
Yep.
Doesn't it? Like
he
like
not
have
lost,
to give it away?
He trades it. He trades it for a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It is funny, but it's also a good story. Anyway, that's what Zeb Wells does good. And in this story, Spider-Ham teams up with Spider-Man, and they travel through space and time to defeat the bad guy, which I'm not going to give away, but it's like a pretty perfect villain for a cartoon character. And if you know, you know.
Okay. I do not.
No, you don't.
Ish. You're gonna have to read it. Gonna have to read it, right?
Yeah, and that
I
one's
guess I
only
have to
that
read
one's
it.
only 5 issues. The Spider-Ham from 2019. It's only 5 issues. It's a very quick read.
Okay. Well, all right. Thank you, Brad, for those comic book recommendations for Peter Porker. The only thing that's left is my non sequitur recommendation. And I'm going to recommend a movie from 2021 starring Nicolas Cage called Pig. This is like a John. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting the name. Is it John Wick? How am I forgetting this name? It's
I think
it's
John
like
Wick
that.
is what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's John Wick. Is the movie called John Wick?
It
Oh my!
sure is,
I'm
Fred.
way off
It
topic.
is called John Wick. You're fine.
It sounds so wrong. Okay, so John Wick. It's like John Wick, but instead of a dog being killed, Nicolas Cage's pig is stolen, and this man loves his pig. This movie is a ton of fun. This movie is also really like emotionally heavy in a good way. I think that this is Nicolas Cage at his very best, where the weird kind of is magnified by his just innate. I gotta say it. I think that Nicolas Cage is kind of a genius, even though he's so weird and he makes such weird choices. He's an outstanding actor when the movie is correct for him, and this is a great case for that. Like, watch Pig and tell me that Nicolas Cage is not a genius.
Also,
Anyway,
Nicolas Cage loves comic books and named himself his screen name after a Marvel character.
it was it not. It was a Marvel character.
Yeah.
What is his Marvel character? I know he's like obsessed with Superman.
He is. He
But-
has Superman's first appearance. He paid a ton of money for it. So Nicolas Cage's real name is Nicholas Coppola, but he didn't want to
Be associated with his famous
Yeah,
director
he
relative.
didn't want to ride his uncle's coattails.
I mean, good for him. He's not
And-
he is a nepo baby, but he's not a nepo baby.
Yeah, he kind of made it on his own.
He did.
So he changed his last name, not legally, just for acting. And Fred, what character in Marvel did he pick his last name from?
Luke Cage?
Yes.
I didn't even know this.
Yep.
Okay, good for him.
Yep.
But why Luke Cage? I mean,
He
I
just
don't-
really
I
likes
don't
Luke
second
Cage.
guess it. I mean, yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Have you ever
I
met
did not know
anybody
this.
who dislikes Luke Cage?
You know what? No, I haven't.
And I wouldn't want to.
It's not eternal. What are the things that are like the celestial that judged all of beings on the planet Earth didn't like Luke Cage. I remember this one part of Judgment Day is that Luke Cage got a thumbs down.
Yeah, a lot of people
That's
got
all-
thumbs down. He was gonna thumbs.
Captain America got a thumbs down.
Captain America
So-
got a thumbs down. So the big thing about that is that they don't make completely obvious. They just hint at in that story is that he is judging them by their own standards.
Yes. Yeah.
And both Captain America and Luke Cage do not meet their own internal extremely high standards of themselves.
Right.
So
There was one person who got a thumbs down because she forgot to leave a tip and then just left.
yeah.
So, and then she got a thumbs down. So, I mean, like, that's the kind of, but I do really, That's the best part of that book was all the people who were subjectively judged by their own standards.
Yeah.
I did like that part.
Yeah. That's a good book.
Hey, we're off topic.
We are.
All right. Let's call it a day here, folks. Thank you for listening to us talk about this insane pig, and thank you for listening. Oh, I've already said listening to us. I am so bad at these, y'all. I should just goodbye.